So today we are going to work on some yoga poses that are going to help you strengthen your pelvic floor after delivery or just in general. All you need for this class today is a pillow, just a little pillow, and then we will get started. So whenever you are ready, go ahead and take your front leg, keeping it bent, keep that in the front, back leg bent, turning it behind you. So we're just bringing awareness to our pelvic floor here. So make sure both your sit bones are grounded here. If you need to extend this front leg out a little bit more or this back leg a little bit more, do that. If this hurts your knees, just put a little rolled up towel in your knees right here. So just thinking about our pelvic floor, think of a hammock. Our hammock is the pelvic floor that is holding everything in, all our lady bits, all our organs, everything that's in our abdomen here. And when we inhale in, that hammock extends down, and then when we exhale, it'll lift up. So we're gonna wanna be focusing on our exhale here, and then our inhale, noticing how it extends down, exhale, lifting up. Go ahead and take your right hand behind you, your left hand to your right knee. Ground into the ground with your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen up your spine. Exhale, twist over your right shoulder. And as you're sitting here, kind of notice the difference between your front and your back pelvic floor or your side to side. There's all of these different muscles that are coming together there. So notice if there's any difference, any tightness, any looseness between your front and your back or side to side. And exhale, release that twist. Switching legs, right leg to the back, left leg in front, ground into your sit bones. Left hand behind you, lengthen up the crown of your spine. Exhale, twist over to the left. Go ahead and release your twist. Grabbing that pillow, I want you to take it and sit on top of your pillow. This is just elevating our hips a little bit, getting them into a neutral position. Taking the bottom of your feet together, let your knees spread out wide. Hands can go to your ankles, your feet, whatever feels comfortable. Just leave a little bit of space between your pelvis and your feet. And then I want you to bring your awareness to your pelvic floor, to that hammock. And as you exhale, press your knees down towards the ground and notice how that tightens your pelvic floor. And when we are thinking about tightening our pelvic floor, we want to tighten it in and then lift it up. And you don't want to involve the rectum in this. You want to, a lot of times you think of stopping that stream of urine, and that is good. That's part of it. That's part of activating those Kegels, activating those muscles. But we also want to focus on the backside, but leaving that rectum out of there. So on your take a deep inhale in, exhale, press those knees down, squeeze that pelvic floor in, and then lift it up as high as you can get it. And just go as long as you can. If you can only hold it for a couple seconds, that's fine. If you can hold it a little bit longer, go as long as you can. And then with your inhale, release it. Inhale and exhale. And release it. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, activate, squeezing that pelvic floor in, lifting it up, and pressing your knees down and open. And as you release, notice how that pelvic floor releases down and relaxes. Good job. We're going to come to our backs, moving that pillow off to the side. You will need that in just a second. Coming down on our backs. We're gonna do a breath called belly pumping, some people refer to as, and we're gonna be activating our transverse abdominis, and that's that corset that holds everything in tightly. So this works hand in hand with your pelvic floor, and a lot of times if we have a weak transverse abdominis, then our lower abdomen will pooch out or cause that mommy pooch. So working on that transverse abdominis is gonna help strengthen your pelvic floor as well. So make sure that your hips are square, your back is flat to the mat. And again, we're gonna focus on exhaling, squeezing that pelvic floor in, lifting it up, and then from the bottom all the way up to the top of your abdomen, you're going to activate. So starting with the lower abdomen, working your way all the way up. So take a deep inhale in, and go ahead and take your hands to your lower abdomen so that you're noticing this. And with your exhale, squeeze and lift your pelvic floor, and then start activating your abdomen. So you're not just sucking it in, you're flexing it, you're squeezing the abdomen. And exhale, release. Or inhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze and lift. And then move up your abdomen. Inhale, release. And you can hold that again as long as you can. We'll do it one more time. And inhale, release. Go ahead and grab your pillow. We're gonna place this between our legs. And we're gonna do that same breath, that belly pumping breath. But when we do that, we're gonna squeeze that pillow in, squeeze our legs together as much as you can. And again, you're gonna hold this squeeze as long as you can. And then when you inhale, go ahead and release everything. So inhale, and with your exhale, start squeezing your legs together, squeezing your pelvic floor, lifting it up, and then activating your core. And inhale, release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift, and activate your core. And inhale, release. Good job. You can continue those as long as you feel comfortable. And this is something that you can do any time of the day if you're just sitting there watching TV. Or it's a good thing to just do those belly pumps throughout the day. So go ahead and take your feet together, and then let your knees open up wide. And as you're sitting in this relaxed position, bring awareness to your pelvic floor. Notice how it is probably hanging loosely, hanging down. See if you feel any tightness, any looseness, or where that would be. And then go ahead and activate your pelvic floor and your core. Take a deep inhale in. And on your exhale, you're gonna activate your pelvic floor, your core, and then bring your knees together and squeeze them together as your core and your pelvic floor are activated. On your inhale, open your legs back up. Exhale, activate, and squeeze your legs together. Inhale, open up. Exhale. And inhale, open up. Good job. So now we are going to add a little bit of a bridge to this. So inhale, exhale, squeeze your pelvic floor, activate your core, squeeze your legs together, and then press your pelvis up to the ceiling. Inhale, release, open your legs up. Exhale, activate your pelvic floor, your core, squeeze your legs together, and then push your feet into the mat, pressing your hips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release. Now you can continue with that motion. Once you feel like you have it down and you want to take it a little bit further, you're gonna do that, but just keeping it in the air. So lifting your feet to a 90-degree angle, opening your hips up to the side. Inhale, exhale, activate your pelvic floor, your core, squeeze your legs together, and then inhale, open it back up. One more time. Exhale, activate, lift, and squeeze together. And inhale, open it back up. You can go ahead and bring your feet down to the mat, roll over to one side, and push yourself up.